So I am making Sunday dinner, and it's been a while since I've made it with you guys, so I decided why not show them my buttermilk battered fried chicken recipe and creamed spinach. So let's get started. First, what you're going to need is I get Aunt Your Mama pancake mix. I have the buttermilk cornmeal mix. I have flour. I have seasoned salt, black pepper, and adobo by Goya. I love this, and it's in replace of salt. It has no MSG, it's all purpose, and I'm not using salt because I'm trying to cut down on salt. Of course, you're going to need water, and you're going to need chicken. I have a family pack of thighs that I've already cleaned. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm taking my pancake mix, and since my son can't eat eggs, I'm not using eggs, but if you want to, you can use eggs with this part, the liquid part of. And since I have a family pack of thighs, I'm going to use, I already used this for pancakes this morning, so it's not a full box, but it is pretty full. So I'm going to use a lot of the Aunt Your Mama. I can't find my whisk, so I'm doing this old school with a fork. And I'm just going to add water. I'm going to add my seasoning, which is seasoned salt. You want a lot of seasoned salt to bring out the spice in your chicken, so don't be shy. Adobo, which I love. I use for almost all my recipes. It is delicious. And my black pepper. Okay, and then you mix these together. So my thickness test is, if you run the fork through, if the pattern disappears, then it's a good consistency. And see how it's not really disappearing, so I'm going to add a little more water. Okay, and see how that disappeared? That's how you can always tell how, like, that's how I tell. I learned that from my grandma. And see how, like, the streak is disappearing? So, that is how we want it. Nice and creamy. It's perfect. So, that's with the wet portion of the batter. Now we're going to add about, since this is a family pack of chicken, this is buttermilk cornmeal. And this is what is going to give it that buttermilk taste, as well as with the pancake mix. And I just add flour for consistency. And I also season the dry mix. Again, don't be shy. Well, I know we like our chicken to have spice, not bland. So some seasoned salt. Some pepper. And some adobo. Now what I'm going to do is start heating up my oil. It's already on my pan, in my pan. So I'm going to start heating up this oil until it becomes bubbly. And what I'm going to do is take a piece of chicken. It's already been, you know, fat taken off of and cleaned and all that. Make sure no feathers on. And what you're going to pretty much do is coat the chicken in the buttermilk batter. I'm going to get my tongs. Yeah, this would be neater. Coat your chicken in the buttermilk or the pancake batter. And then what you're going to do is make sure the skin is nicely on there, because that's the important part for the whole buttermilk. Knock any leftover batter that's just dripping off and put it in your dry batter. And you see the skin is totally coated. And as you can hear in the background, the oil is starting to bubble. And what I do when I put it in the dry, I put the top on it and give it a good shake. So that way you know it's totally coated. Shake it up, shake it up, shake it up. And then
you can just hear it.
alright, so now what you do is add the chicken to the grease. Okay, so you're going to let this cook until golden brown on one side. I mean, you could deep fry too. I like to pan fry mine in a little bit of oil instead of like putting it deep in the pan with oil. So you're going to let this get golden brown on this side. And then you're going to flip it to the other side. Make sure it's on a medium heat. Yeah, so I'll show you what it looks like after it's done. Alright, so while the chicken is cooking, let's prep for our cream spinach. So what you're going to need is pepper, onion, butter, milk, garlic, flour, and to replace the salt, I use adobo, bacon that we had sliced at the store, and spinach. Yeah. Alright, so what we're going to do first, what you want to do first is wilt the spinach. So I'll do that. But in the meantime, let's cut our onion and cook our spinach. So it's one medium onion, and you want this finely chopped. Or I love bacon, so we're going to use 4 slices. Alright, so to start my cream spinach, I'm sauteing bacon until it creates a nice oil. From the fat of the bacon. Alright, now that the bacon is nicely crispy and has created its own grease, I'm going to saute the onions in there with it. Now this is where you would add your garlic cloves or minced garlic. And since I'm using neither, I'm going to put my garlic powder actually with the flour and milk combo. And I'm going to put my spinach in until it is wilted. So we're going to let that wilt down until it gets soft and dark green. So those are nice and sauteed. The bacon is nice and crispy. I'm going to remove this from the heat because we're going to use this pan to finish off the cream spinach. Alright, so now we're going to make the cream portion of this cream spinach by adding butter to a saucepan and waiting for it to cook down until it gives a nice bubble. We have set aside our sauteed onions and bacon because that's what we're going to eventually make everything in and add it all together. So we're going to wait for this to bubble nicely. Alright, now that we have our butter nice and bubbly, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of flour. 1, 2. And you're going to mix. Alright, and as you see, it makes a nice little cream. And now we're going to add a cup of milk, which we're going to pour in there slowly. I have it on low heat. Butter is quick to burn. I'm going to pour the milk in there slowly. Stirring the whole time. And since I'm not using minced garlic, this is where I'm going to add my garlic. And this is where you add your salt and pepper. And that depends on your taste. I'm just going to use adobo, a dash, which is to replace the salt. Yeah. And the garlic also is a form of salt, so you don't want a lot. Like I said, I want it garlic flavored, not like overpowered. And then I'm going to add my pepper. And mix this all together. And as you can see, it's getting thick. Alright, so now we get our sauteed onions and bacon mixture back out. We're going to add our spinach. Which has been wilted. And then we're going to add our sauce. We're going to mix these all together. We're going to cook this together on low heat. I have to make my rice, and I will show you what everything looks like plated. Do y'all see this? Yes, this cream spinach. Do you see the onion? Do you see the bacon? it tastes just as good as it looks. Like, trust me. I just had to show you the consistency. Look at that. Fat girl moment. Alright, so this is what it looks like plated. I made rice. There goes the cream spinach and the buttermilk battered chicken. It is absolutely delicious and I cannot wait to dig in. But I just wanted to show you what everything looks like. So yeah, enjoy.